Hi, welcome to our introduction on how to use PSK31. PSK31 is the means of communications for amateur radio operators. PSK stands for phase shift keying at 31 Hz. I'll go over the basic fundamentals of what it takes to get on the air with PSK31 so you can enjoy the hobby of communicating with other amateur radio operators around the world. Thank you. The first thing that we'll need is we'll need to have a radio. The radio that I am using is a Kenwood TS50 with an AT50 antenna tuner in mind. The next thing that we'll need is we'll need to have an interface. The interface that I am using is a Rig Blaster Plus. The Rig Blaster Plus is an interface that allows you to communicate with your computer to your radio. It's a keying system that allows your radio to key when the software that you're using is wanting to be transmitted. The next thing that you'll need is a computer. And the computer that I'm running is a Pentium 3 processor. Another piece of equipment that you'll need to make this work is a good antenna. Now there's many different kinds of antennas. The antenna that I'm using is a buddy pole, made by W3FF Bud Drummond, and it is a wonderful antenna. Very easy to set up, very easy to disassemble, very space conservative. The software that I'm running for my computer is Windows XP Home. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to the program that I want to run, which is Ham Radio Deluxe, and I'm going to double click on it. And you will see that Ham Radio Deluxe, this is version 5.0 beta. Now this screen here is if you have a radio interface, like a CIV or a CI5. Since I have no interface for my radio, I'm going to just close out this program. The next area that I'm going to go to is I'm going to go to DM780. That is the program that I want to run for my communications. DM780 is Digital Master 780. And this will be the next screen that has all the persons that help put the programs together. Now, as you can see, in the add log entry, it is not set up. So what I will need to do is I will need to go and connect up to the internet so that I can get information for the ham operators that I work. I go up to the logbook area and I click it. I hear RTTY in the background to a radio. Of course it's not, so I just click OK. These are the people that I've talked to in the past that has kept a record. Okay, I'm going to check and see if I'm connected, and I am, because now the window is highlighted properly. Okay, to give you a general idea of the different areas, the first area, which you can pin or unpin, which means keep in place or hide when you're in the QSO, is the add log entry. I like to keep this area open at all times so I can keep the name and the location of the person as well as the time that I started with the person. The second area of the screen is your text input and output. This is where you will receive text and you will send text in this area. The top portion of the screen is your receive. The second portion is your transmit. The next area of the screen that we're going to discuss is called the waterfall. The waterfall is a display that when a signal is heard, it will be highlighted or it will be more noticeable for you to put your marker on the actual content of where you're going to receive or send your text. I'm going to move my marker down to about 1500, so I'm going to come here. I hear someone calling, so I'm going to go look for him, and there he is. So I'm going to put my marker there, and now we have text coming up. This is kc6l or pyz, and he's talking to w6tj or yje. We don't hear w6yje, so he's up here to the call CQ. By the way, I'm on 20 meters at 14.070.00. The mode that I'm operating is upper sideband. Most digital communication is done in upper sideband. Depends on the program. Okay, I'm going to go to call CQ, and it's going to come up with CQ times 2 or CQ times 3. I'm going to go CQ times 3. I click it, and automatically it keys my radio through the interface. The interface is keyed, and the radio is transmitting. I'm putting out about 50 watts. 50 watts is more than enough to make the contacts that you need around the world. Okay, come back to the screen. The text is being sent, and as it's being sent, as you can see, it is being lined out. Now I have predefined macros, and predefined macros are you enter in the information that you want the computer to remember and to send at all time. Now the transmitter is not being keyed, the interface is not keyed, and the radio is not keyed. So what we're going to do is we're going to look and see if anyone responds to my signal. Okay? The nice thing about running PSK31 and other digital modes is you can be set on one frequency. Like I said, I'm set on 14.070.00. Many amateur radio operators can operate on this frequency, unlike phone, where if you have one person talking and someone else is talking on top of you, most likely you're going to get canceled out. With this mode, it does not happen.